Good evening, everyone. On this video, I want to share to everyone how I mistakenly lost my virginity by myself due to ignorance. The essence of making this video is to help parents, especially mothers out there, on how to educate their girl child about virginity and how to preserve it, because the thing that happened to me was an act of ignorance. I was not knowledgeable about it. That's why it happened. So it was back then in SS3. I was in SS3. I was about writing my work then. So where we were staying in our school now, we were girls. So we were like 9 to 10 girls using three bedroom. So we normally, like, three girls we go inside, we go into the bedroom at a time and bet. So one fateful day, when we went to the bedroom, we were three. I noticed something. I noticed that my fellow girls, they put their hand into their body and washed. And I was like, I asked them, how do you do that? Is it not painful? She said no. She now asked me, how do you wash yourself? I told her, I just wash the outer part where I'm seeing. I don't wash, I don't put my hand there. I can't put my hand. It's always painful. So she was like, that means you've not washed anything. You need to put your hand so that you'll be able to wash. I said, okay. So when she left the bedroom, I left alone. I tried that first day to put my hand. At least, let me do this, what they were doing. But I wasn't able to. It was painful. I said, okay, maybe tomorrow. So the next day, when I went to bathe alone, nobody was with me. I said, today, I'm going to try this. Why is it that other girls are able to put it in their body, but me, I can't? Does it mean that something is wrong with me? Little did I know that then they have already lost their own virginity. I didn't even understand what was going on. I was just feeling like something is wrong with me. And that fateful day, I promised myself that I will put hand inside anything that will happen, let it happen. So when I went to bed, I forcefully put hand in myself. And when I forcefully put hand in myself, the next minute I start noticing blood. And I was like, the only two things that came to my mind was like, oh, I've injured myself. Secondly, I was like, or maybe my period has just started. So when I left the bedroom, I put my pad, and I noticed that before the end of that day, the blood was not coming out again. I wasn't like, this is not my period. What just happened? Did I wound myself? I was kind of worried. And I walked up to one of my teacher. Then she was close to me, and I explained everything to her. I told her, ma, this is what happened. And right now, it's paining me. And I noticed blood. I saw the blood was rushing much that time, but it has stopped. So the woman would just sat for a moment, and she just looked at me. And she told me, I'm sorry. You just made a mistake out of ignorance. You just disvirgin yourself. You deflower yourself. Like, how? I was so angry. I felt heartbroken. I cried because I cried, but at some point I said, it's not my fault. I didn't know. So when I got home, I told my mom, you never told me. When I got home, I told my mom, I've lost my virginity. My mom was mad at the first time, and she told me, don't get pregnant. Why did you go? And said, I've not slept with anybody. This is what happened. So I explained the whole thing to my mom, and my mom felt bad. She felt bad because she didn't tell me that apart from sleeping with a man to get this virgin, there are other ways that you can get this virgin. And that is how I lost mine. So please, once your girl is 8, 10 years, you should lecture her on ways she can lose her virginity even without meeting a man, so that she will prevent this mistake that I made. So for those of you that were saying, oh, I use dildo, I use cucumber, did I even know what was that then? Did I even know what? Guys, so this is how the whole thing happened. And as well, at least when I have my female child, I will know what to do at the right time to avoid these same mistakes. Yeah. Thank you.